Sup YouTube, today I'll be talking about being black and being an atheist in America. Now to a lot of people, atheism might seem like something that is very foreign within the black community. Statistically speaking, atheists only make up 2 to 3% of the total population. Now you can look at the non-religious or people who answer non-religious and it's about 15%, but the percentage of people who claim or pretty much state that they're atheists is around 2 to 3, or some surveys might be like 1%, other surveys I've seen might be like 5%. And within the black community, we're only half to 1 percentage point of the total African American population within this country. Religious affiliation and beliefs in a higher power are the highest with African Americans than any other racial group in this country. When I was growing up, I very rarely met someone that said they didn't believe in God. I probably only came across 1 or 2 atheists growing up, and the vast majority of black people that I know and that I met, and the vast majority of people in my family believe in some sort of God or a higher power. Now, this has a lot to do with our history. Religion has played such a large part in our communities that to say you're an atheist, you can be shunned or outcast. I have actually had people say that I'm demon possessed, and one time when I was playing basketball at this court by my mom's house, I don't know how we got on the topic of religion, and I said I was an atheist, and one of the people who I was playing basketball with just straight up and left. And this is the kind of stuff that black atheists have to deal with. And it's very unfortunate because atheism is just the outcome of being a critical thinker. Another problem that black atheists face is the issues when it comes to family. Now, me personally, my family, they're not religious, but then I have a very large extended family who are somewhat religious, and it can get somewhat annoying being part of a very large black family. And for most black atheists who do have a large extended family, more than likely they're religious, and it gets annoying when you constantly hear people talking about how their sky daddy did so many good things for them, when in all honesty it was them or someone else who helped them. And that's even more annoying is when, if I help someone and then they go thank their imaginary friend after I didn't maybe spend 2 hours doing something for them out of the kindness of my own heart, and instead they want to go thank a make-believe story. And that to me that's annoying. That's one of the few things about religious people that annoys me. Looking at the black church, one can say that it has played a lot of positive roles within our history. But in my opinion, the civil rights leaders of the 50s and 60s did not get their call for justice and equal rights for everyone through a hate-filled holy book that we call the Bible. They got through a sense of empathy and that we are all human beings, so we should all be treated as equals and we should love one another. And looking at today's black preachers, one can say that they have become pimps to their congregation. And I say that because many of these black preachers' churches are in very impoverished areas. And these impoverished areas, the people, they have not a lot of hope to move up economically. And these preachers, they sell them a false sense of hope through saying that if you donate money to this church, somehow later on in life you'll be blessed. And if you pray all the time, and if you're deeply religious, that things will just fall into your lap. And I have seen people who live in systematic poverty donate their last couple bucks to a preacher who's wearing a $2,000 or $3,000 suit, driving a $30,000, $50,000, $80,000, $90,000 vehicle, and lives in a $250,000 to a $500,000 house that's not even in the community that he preaches in. I'm not an atheist because I hate your made-up God or even because of history, but just looking at history, for me to be a Christian, knowing my ancestors who were slaves 200-something years ago, for 300 to 400 years, for me to be a Christian would be not only a slap in the face to me, but a slap in the face to my ancestors, because we all know that Christianity was used as a justification for slavery. And one of the ways that the slave masters kept the slaves in line was teaching them Christianity, which condones slavery, and it told them that this is God's law. If you can go to other countries and take slaves, and a slave must be obedient to his master. Now look up those Bible verses. This isn't something I'm making up. This is stuff that the black church doesn't want to tell their congregations. It's all butterflies and daisies, they think, in the Bible, but it's not. You know, you see genocide, rape, murder, slavery, every just immoral act of aggression that a human being can think of is in the Bible, and it condones it. And when people say things such as, oh, as a Christian, and think that, you know, that's the reason they're a bigot, or they're trying to push some sort of moral hypocrisy on me, then usually what I would respond with is saying that, you know, I'm not a Christian because I think that slavery is unacceptable and immoral. The reason I'm an atheist is because I opened my mind to skepticism and to being an analytical, critical thinking individual and not being part of the flock in which the Christians like to call themselves. I'm an atheist because I get my morals from my sense of empathy and that's how I was raised. And my moral barometer, which Steve Harvey likes to call it, doesn't come from a Bronze Age hate-filled holy book that's called the Bible. And being an atheist, being a black atheist, despite being a minority within a minority, I still like that label and I wear it with pride. And thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day.